Hey Legionnaires, and welcome back. We're with some more NTW 3 for you today, and there is a horde of Frenchmen and Italians here preparing for battle. Look at this. Imagine if a cannon shot hit this. The bodies would mount up very, very quickly. But yes, we have a glorious 2v2 here, as there is and the title of this replay is Battle for a Hill. So I'm excited to see what sort of stuff we get up to on this hill. I'm really excited. I'm told it's a pretty damn close one and a hard fought one. We do have two French armies here today. We have Eugene playing with like the Eugene Corps, and then we also have Ney's Corps over here as well. So yeah, I'm really excited to see how this one goes down. To be honest, I believe they're facing off against certainly one. Yeah, it looks like actually two Russian armies. So I'm excited to see who comes out on top of this one. There's the usual clash of the Italians and like the Russian corps up against the French corps, and certainly be interesting to see how this one goes down. That's for sure. But yes, if you're enjoying NTW3 and would like to see some more, do remember to leave it a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and a comment show support. It really does help out the channel, and I can't thank you guys enough for all the support in the recent videos. It really does mean a lot. But yes, we have some Italian dragoons here. They're getting ready to go. And they're sort of like light greeny color. They kind of look really nice. I do like the look of them. Giovanni Narboni leading his dragoons into the unknown. There could be some Russian cav lying in wait, waiting for them. We'll have to see if they do find any. But yes, if you want to send in your own NTW3 replays and you do not know where to do so, feel free to join my Discord. The link's down below in the description of this video. And that is the best way to send your replays to myself to have them then featured on the channel. I'm always looking for more NTW3 replays, so if you guys want to send them in, feel free to do so. We have some Russian cav out here on the flank. There looks like some hussars or something like that. These guys looking ready to go. The first real sign of the enemy. Looks like the French... Is this the hill they're going to fight over, I wonder? This looks like it might be. If it is, I mean, it could be any of them. It's quite a hilly map. Oh, we've got Russian cav ahead as well. Looks like more hussars. These dragoons might want to think about turning around. I bet that's not the only cavalry unit out there. There's one to their right now as well. Oh, they're in trouble. More hussars, and here we go. Oh yeah, they're going to get hit from two flanks here. These dragoons, they are not prepared. And there you go. That's one unit attacking them now. Two units hitting them on the flank. And there you go. Look at that. I mean, they broke the Russians actually here, but I think the Russians might break the French yet. And there you go. That dragoon unit is still healthy as well. 54 men. But yeah, I mean, they've not got much in the way of cav. I mean, there's another cavalry unit here, another like Cheval. Doesn't seem like they brought masses of cav. This seems like a very big infantry army here. But Eugene himself, did Ney bring a lot of cav? Looks like he's got cav way out there, Chevaliers. Yeah, did he? And he's got more back here. All the Chevaliers and hussars. But yeah, they've got a decent amount. But like, certainly Eugene has only got one more unit of cav, so he can't be throwing that away. That is for sure. His horde of infantry on the way out. Be interesting to see how they do in this one. I mean, the Russians usually quite sneaky with their cav. Often got like Cossacks in behind, and usually they often bring a lot of infantry as well. So we'll see how this one goes down. Seems like Ney maybe with his really wide cavalry over here. Obviously scouting, but also maybe trying to use them to get in behind. Maybe try and get in behind and go after some generals or some artillery, which is not a bad idea. If they go really wide like this, they often can get around undiscovered. They are hidden very much so at the moment, so that was always a good start. But yeah, I'd say the first victory really to the Russians. They did rout the French cav. I mean, they lost one of their own, but they did manage to rout it. And I feel like that their cav, I mean, we don't know how much cav the Russians have, but I mean, the French, certainly in this corps here, don't have much. So getting rid of very precious cav like that, very important. And the Russians going to go in again. Look at this, hussars getting ready. They're going to go after skirmishers here. Some Italians, Voltigeurs. Deal with them. They are shooting a few shots off, but they should be routed here, you imagine. They need to get out of there just to cav now. I mean, They don't want to carry on staying in there. They will eventually tire and be routed. And there you go, a decent volley going off from one of the other Voltigeur units, routing the cavalry there. A little bit of chaos really with this long column going on. I mean, it's very vulnerable right now to artillery or to cavalry, as we've just seen. I mean, you just do a cavalry charge and charge into this blob. Asking for danger. Maybe it's going to be the French assaulting this hill over here. Maybe the Russians are going to attack over on this hill. But yeah, I mean, I'm interested to see how this one goes. First Russian infantry spotted. Some Jaeger here. Some light infantry, some more on the way up here. It looks like they're going to fight for this town. It looks like the Russians are just going to make it to this building first. And the French are instantly on the retreat. They're not having any of that. They set up their one line over here. They've got like one line of infantry in reserve. And they're going to have like the other lot dash across the river they were. The cavalry here again waiting for that infantry to come so they could set an ambush maybe. But the Italians, or like, I'm probably going to end up calling them the Italians, because, I mean, that's what Eugene's corps is basically made up of. But yeah, the Italian troops are pretty good, some of them. They've got like Military Carabineers of the Royal Guard. The Italian Royal Guard, they're very good. They're a solid unit. They often have like Grenadiers as well. The Royal Guard, they've got sappers here. Some Italian sappers. Yeah, here are more Militaries of the Royal Guard. They have to bring a lot of decent, good units. Firing off a volley. It seems like the light infantry here not interested in taking that building now. They've claimed the area. And there you go, the first shots being fired off. And General under attack? He must be getting shot by like random shots maybe. He did actually lose a bodyguard, wow. Like a poor guy just got shot randomly from somewhere. But here you go, Russian infantry now lining the river over here, it looks like. So they're getting ready. I'm going to have the sappers set up. It looks like they're going to probably just set up some stakes out front to make sure cavalry charges are going to be stopped really easily. So that's really good by the French. Nice little positioning they got going on here. Yeah, here they go. They get out their large stakes. Look at them. And they just appear. Don't know where you've been keeping that. Up your butt. I don't know. There you go. So now the Russian cavalry is going to have a really rough time with getting across and attacking any infantry or any artillery. Talking about artillery, has Eugene brought any? He has. I've got a 6-pounder here. I'd probably just put it on this hill back here. You could just shell anything in front of you. Yep, the Russians very much holding this. The Russians very much holding this village now. An Italian is dead. Oh, it's just been run down. I think it's like the units have been run down. It must be those dragoons. They really wanted to make sure they were not coming back. Yeah, I'll just get these Voltigeurs to just have a few shots of the in the infantry here and just weaken them. It looks like Russia's not slowing down. Looks like he's going to come straight across. I guess he wants to attack before France sets up properly. Ney, by the way, is still a little bit of a way off. At least his infantry is. His cavalry, yeah, it's close, but it's not really in support. And it looks like the line battle, yeah, getting really much underway. These Italian, the guy here, they're going to have some shots, and they're just going to let the Russians know, we're in range. We can hit you from there. The Russians are going to have a really tough time coming across this bridge. Or, well, land bridge, I guess you'd call it. Because they're going to have to, like, they can't send over lots at once. They can't, like, and, like, how the French are cheesed up, ready to go. This is going to be tough. It's like a cheesy, like, crescent formation. So, as the Russians come across, you can fire on them from multiple directions. It's effective, but it's certainly a little bit of a cheesy tactic. And, but, got to do what you got to do to win. A lot of 6-pounders here. There's a big artillery unit, that's for sure. Could certainly shell some of these infantry over here if you wanted to. Is there any other crossings? Just quickly have a look. Doesn't look like there are. Actually, no, there's one way over here, which the Russians certainly can use if they come across over here. Looks like there is maybe a Russian army here. hear the Russian drums, that's for sure, and the general there. So maybe there is. There's a Voltic here still breaking. It looks like the Italians are sending some troops in that direction, maybe to deal with that issue. But yeah, this is going to be an interesting one. If the Russians can get up on that hill, they can certainly then threaten the French flank. I mean, also the Russians don't need to be aggressive here. Like, they don't need to. Like, they've got a good position themselves. Just set up your artillery and start pounding these French, I'd say. I'm excited to see what they're going to get up to. It looks like the French maybe bringing across some Voltigeurs, maybe to try and harass this artillery piece. There you go, the first volleys of artillery off. And they're going to put some holes into the infantry down here. Infantry Legere Italian Dalmatia. They've got a kind of a cool unit. It's kind of what you'd expect Italian infantry to look more like in light green, instead of the white that you usually see them in. I don't know why, I think just because Italy's associated with green. Volley's been fired off now by the French. And the Russians. The Russian Legere here getting some good, or Jaeger I should say. Some good shots, and see either side comes forward, the other side gets a good volley off first. And they get a little bit of an advantage. The French don't care. They're happy to duel. Here we go, the Italian infantry getting stuck in. Gotta love the smell of gunpowder in the morning. More of this like Dalmatian infantry here. Bringing more lights down. What they got protecting the guns? Just got a basic like infantry unit, nothing special. They got lots of Legere, which is really good because Legere or light infantry, as I probably just should call them, like for both Russian and France. Better accuracy, will have better reload speed as well, so they can fire off more shots. Always good for a bit of a musket duel like this. Line infantry is pretty solid, but it's not got that great, as good as accuracy or as good at like reload speed. So you got to take those things into account when you're like in a duel like this. Who's going to fire off more shots? Who's going to get them more accurate? Who's going to get more kills? Very important things. It's like more. These look like just basic infantry, just in great coats. The Russian like great patriotic infantry, I think looks really nice. I do quite like their uniform. I mean, I like most of the Napoleonic uniforms. I think like the Napoleonic era is great because like everyone's in really cool, fancy, bright uniforms, fighting long lines in massive formations sometimes. It's awesome. You see great cavalry charges. It's such a cool period. It's the Napoleonic era. One of my favorite like eras, that's for sure. Artillery there just silent. That was a bit weird. Looks like Ney is maybe going to get the job of maybe taking this hill. I don't know. I mean, Eugene's sending some troops over this way, but certainly. I mean, I don't know if it's true. Like, I can zoom in here, and you can sort of hear the gun. You can hear the drums. So whether the Russians actually are here, if they are, then they are like very much near the top of this hill, and they will control this hill and make it very tough for the French, that's for sure, especially when they get artillery up there. I mean, the artillery, I imagine, is a little bit behind. That is going to be really tough for the French to take, and that might be the hill that they've got to fight over. The Russians quite happy to dig in and be patient, and they might as well be, because really, I think this left-hand army over here is the one that's going to be really doing the hammer blow, which is like from this hill and then down, if they are up there. I mean, if not, then the French are soon going to be finding them up there, I imagine. There's only sending 3 units at the moment. Oh yeah, you can see them. The Russians are nearly at the top of this hill. They got like, these look like serfs or something like that, like militia. Nothing great to start with, but bodies that can hold the line just for a moment. Just for a moment. Looks like there's more Russian cav out here ready to meet the French cav on this flank. Here the gun's firing. I mean, the French cav is very much hidden. Well, actually, no, this one's not. There are plenty, looks like plenty of hussars out here, ready and waiting. These guys already been victorious. And it looks as though on the hill they've already started dueling. Look at that. The Russian cav coming down. Did miss it, but they did try and sneak down and slow down the infantry here. Some more hussars by the looks of it. Tried that. It's a very risky business. And another cavalry unit up here. These are dragoons. They're going to do the same thing. Can these units form square? None of them can. No. This is a bad sign. Here we go. Down the hill it comes. Epic. Down the hill. It's like the Rohirrim or something like that. Charging to one. Can they get the next one? Are they going to just retreat? I would rather... I think they should retreat. There was another cavalry unit involved as well. Some hussars here. And look at that. It's slowed down the French and it's allowed the Russian infantry, it may only be militia, to get on top of this hill now. And they have a good position. And the French are going to have to fight uphill now. And these militia can barely see them. They're not really at a great angle. They need to get a little bit closer. They have a really good position. And the French now are in a really sticky position. Because they're going to have to defend this crossing as well. I mean, if they defend both, great. But, I mean, I feel like the hill, the Russians here are going to have the advantage. Because they can just, like, fire from the top of this hill and threaten with their, like, artillery or their infantry. They can just dominate this area here. The Italians don't look like they're giving up yet. The unit that routed has returned. They're going to try once again to come back up this hill. I mean, you might as well try before, like, the artillery does get in position. I mean, look at these. These are big guns. These look like 12-pounders or something like that. They are big. They will have incredible range. Nothing will be safe over here. I can hear more cavalry. Oh, they are charging from a long way off. This might tire the unit out. These are hussars coming in again. They're coming at an array of knots. And they are going to come slamming into this infantry. This infantry, again, like I said, cannot form square. But here we go. They're going to come slamming on in. It was actually not a great charge in the end. They must be tired, this cavalry. And they are getting hit hard now by the line infantry. And they will break, I imagine, as well with the cavalry. Maybe not. Will they? They will break certainly now if that cavalry unit charges into the back, you'd imagine. There you go. They are in a real sticky position now. All this cavalry in here are harassing the infantry. And there you go. They broke all of that French infantry there, or the Italian infantry, really. The cavalry needs to get out of there. Really well done. I thought it was a little bit too far to run. Like, you tire out the troops. You've got to be careful, like, stamina, but they did it just right. Over on this side, it looks like Ney's will set up his artillery here. With his 8-pounders firing. And they are shelling. Looks like the Russian positions down here. Maybe also dueling with the artillery. Russian artillery set up here as well. So it looks like we're going to have a big artillery duel here. The Russian artillery needs to be careful, though. It is just firing at the moment directly into the back of its own light infantry. I don't know if that's the first volley it's done over that accidentally, but they're now repositioning because they realize they have made a fatal mistake there. But yeah, Ney has got a rough job on his hands now. I mean, the Russian infantry is very much in position, and this is good Russian infantry. This is actually, like, you know, front line. This is still militia. They still have the militia here, which is great. But yeah, they actually have, like, proper infantry here. I mean, Russian infantry still varies in quality, but you know what? It should be a bit more tougher than that militia. But I don't know whether Ney's actually going to try and assault it. I honestly don't think he will. I think he'll try and do the same thing they're doing on the other side, and they'll wait it out. Both sides really not wanting to be the ones to push across here, which is understandable. But, I mean, the Russians on this side, they're going to have the advantage because those 12-pounders can set up on top of this hill, and they can probably just start shelling all these infantry units here. Got some chasseurs cheval. Italian chasseurs cheval. They can come across over here. There is another land bridge here by the looks of it. Looks like the Russians do have some cavalry ready and waiting. It looks like the chasseurs cheval are maybe going to test it out, see if it's worthwhile. There is cavalry as well fighting over here. Looks like the Dragoons of Russia have helped rout another Hussar here. A big carry fight now taking place here. Chevaliers doing what they can. There's 6E Chevaliers is really nasty if I remember. They are tough, but they are losing to the Hussars down here. Looks like the French are going to lose this fight maybe. And there is a general very, very close, I guess, maybe to boost morale. Yeah, this they're combating winning. They are somehow winning this fight. I don't believe it. Are they going to throw the general in, maybe try and rear charge? It's a risky business if you try that. No, they just about routed that Chevalier. Well done, Russia. And Russia is now supreme in the cavalry department on this flanker. And Russia's also pushing around here as well. He's got infantry ready to go around. And you can see that Eugene has got infantry here waiting. But they're kind of getting a little bit surrounded of these Frenchies. They're getting surrounded. Some Wettenberg Chevaliers re-rallied, so at least they got some cav. But here we go. France is coming back up this hill. Russia firing some volleys into them, just letting them know they're going to have a tough time coming for this hill. Like, I mean, I imagine all these units are going to lose maybe like a good quarter. Oh, they can fire from there. Fair enough. I mean, I feel like the French are going to lose a lot of men fighting here. They're going to lose a lot. I mean, if they kept pushing up this hill, they're going to lose like definitely like a quarter of their unit just fighting for this hill. And now the Russians making way for the guns, and they are getting ready into position. I don't know. Yeah, looking at this, they're not in the right spot. They're going to bounce off the ground. Yeah, look at that. Just straight into the ground. They're firing those units there. They need to fire like units a long, long way away. Like, fire the units that are coming up, they're supporting. Not at the ones that... Or they need to get a bit closer, like here. Literally where their shots just landed. This is a little bit better of a position, but still not great. Russians actually giving a little bit of ground, allowing the French to advance. I guess maybe they want to allow the French to get a little bit closer. I really don't know where the shots are landing. Looks like over here, maybe. I think it's because the French are also flanking here and shooting the Russians. That's why they're giving ground. Seeing some routing troops over here. France looks like they're having a decent duel with the Russians, but yeah, nothing really conclusive here just yet. Most of the action looks like it's going to happen over here for this hill. Russia and France dueling. Russia, I think, still needs to bring up more infantry. I don't know how much more they got here. But they had, like, what, 5 units? They need a few more than that. Hopefully there's more, like, back here, like, grenadiers and stuff like that waiting in reserve. Yeah, I mean, the infantry here is suffering a little bit, but the French seem like they're doing okay, even though they got the low ground. Oh, that artillery firing there, just the cavalry went by. And that is going to do a lot of damage to morale, and actually, as they charged in as well, they got hit hard by a volley, and that's a shame. Really lucky for the French, though, that there was friendly fire there. But yeah, this Russian Dragoon unit here is definitely going to have to do some major work to try and stop these hordes of French now coming across. They are coming across, and it is a tide. Look at this, a lot of light infantry that can all form a square. So that these guys can be able to stop any French cavalry, oh, any Russian cavalry, sorry. They are limbering up their guns. Whether they're getting them further away or they're going to get them closer for canister shots. I don't know if I'd limber up, to be honest. Maybe they're going to limber up just to make sure they don't hit their own cavalry. As their Russian dragoons have been mobilized. Here we go. We're going to see a charge, sorry. Looks like these guys aren't going to form square in time. They were caught out on the march. Oh, you can see that the French have arrived with their chasseurs cheval. But the Russian dragoons have been routed. Looks like some of them formed square, but some of them did not. I don't know. It seemed to cause a little bit of chaos, but not that much. And now it looks like the French are going to retaliate. And their chasseurs cheval are going to go up this hill. And they're going to catch the guns. And those hussars that arrived from the Russians are a little bit too late. And the Russian guns are going to be taken out here. And the battle for this hill is starting to go a little bit sour for the Russians. They had such a good position, and actually their guns have held. Somehow their guns held. The cavalry's routed here. They just need more infantry up here. If this is all they have for infantry, they're in real trouble. What is back here? We have a little Russian cav unit back here. Very much in the back lines. I mean, there's more French. What's this? Sapper's Italian back here. I mean, there's stuff back here. There's nays back here, actually. As well. They could definitely get nay if you weren't paying attention. What's over here as well is a chasseur. Left a little. I mean, these are literally line infantry. I thought they were like mounted. No. Okay, there's literally not that much. If these Russians over here wanted to go for nay, they very much could do. And that could do a massive problem for morale up here. Especially when the French are making an assault up this hill. Those militia have been routed. The guns need to turn around. They need to get firing. Get firing canister into these this massive infantry here. Got some Italian grenadiers on their way up. It seems like Eugene and Ney making pushes on that side. Line infantry on this side as well. Now having a duel with a Russian push here. The Russians are across as well. They have grenadiers here. They have their Pavlovsk grenadiers, which look awesome. Got one of the funniest looking hats in the Napoleonic era. Look at these guys. They look awesome. One of the best grenadier units around at the time. Scary. They were feared with those boys. They were feared. It looks like we're about to see Velite Carabineers go into combat here with the Russian line infantry. And there you go. It wasn't the most decisive of bayonet charges. Actually, look at these grenadiers. Yeah, look at that. These Carabineers, sorry, they routed. Royal Guardsmen routed there. Line infantry from the Russians. Are they about to go for a bayonet charge? They are. They're going to go in against the Laguerre here. The line infantry. Looks like they might break. Yeah, they broke on impact. Pavlovsk Grenadiers broken just like that. Looks like the Russians again in combat here with another Grenadier unit. Or, yeah, Velite Grenadiers this time. They've been routed. So the Russians soundly defeated there. The French did lose a few, but not too much. So the guy that was holding the flag just got knocked down there. Look at him getting back up. He's like, how dare you hit me? I'm a flag bearer. But this is a worrying side over here for Russia. Their hill defense has been defeated. And that is a massive, massive loss there. And now the French can defend the hill from here. They've got a really nice little position they can hold. And there's still Russian infantry that's just positioned waiting here. Why didn't they go and defend the hill like they committed to it? I don't know where the rest of the Russian army is, but they should have committed to this hill. They could have made it really tough for the French to get up here. Now the French are being aggressive. They're actually pushing across one singular line infantry unit. I think it might have been a mistake because they're now sending them back. They're like, calm down, guys. It's a little bit too much. But yeah, the Russians, I mean, on the map, you can see, I mean, I know we have fog of war on, so we can't see the Russian troops. Look a little bit thin on the ground, though, at the moment here. Probably are a lot more sneaking around. The Russians, yeah, in a real sticky position. They've lost their hill up there, which I thought they were going to hold for quite a while. And then they've lost all their, well, not lost all their infantry, but they've lost a good, decent amount of infantry in that push across the river here. got conscripts of the Royal Guard as well. They've got some good units, the Italians. Grenadiers of the Royal Guard. Yeah, like, they can bring some solid units. They really should have allowed the, like, made the French come across. Not like ask them to, but just like force them to almost. Like, just like give them no option but to come across.
We've taken a building, sir.
And look at this. Look at this. Ney is about to get assassinated here. This could be a huge problem for the French. There you go. Ney just left unprotected. That's why you're going to protect your general. I think he will get routed here. I don't know where exactly Ney is, but yeah, there you go. His general has been routed. I'd make sure he's dead. Do not let him get away. Just chop him down. No, they didn't even bother. They're going to let him rally. They may rally, you know. They want to get in there with their cavalry. And they want to get to guns, I think. But I mean, I think the Italians are now aware of it. It's still a major problem. Like, their general is lost. Ney's corps really will be in a little bit of disarray. Look at that. Yeah, he rallied like temporarily and then routed once again. And here we go. Ney's corps is going to have a real bit of an issue now with morale. No general. And look at this. Now the Russians have like a crescent formation going on here, ready for the French. They are putting volley after volley into the Frenchmen. And the French are more than happy to reply. And the French, as you can see, they're going to try and do a little bit of a flank here. They've got their infantry ready. They're going to force the Russians to come out of that crescent formation. The Russians still over on their side. I don't know if these are rallied troops or these are just troops that were left. I think this one's a rallied one. It just went instantly to red. Yeah, Grenadiers here waiting for them. I mean, these Russians could cause a little bit of a problem for the French if they turn and prepare. This one's looking the wrong way. What are you doing, man? The French here taking quite sizable losses. The Russians, yeah, they need to reform up. They just need to get going. Like this unit here, I don't know what's happened to it. Poor guy just getting shot out from all directions. Russian cav here sneaking in behind. I guess trying to be a threat maybe to the French here. There are some Italian light infantry waiting. But they can't form square, so what they're going to do, I'm not sure. See French starting to break over here. Morale is looking a bit dicey here for the French. This Russian unit still refusing to turn and face. Still a healthy unit. Turn and face, put some volleys into these grenadiers. Who knows what would happen? Still over here in the center. Not much going on just yet. Seems both sides don't really want to make that push across. I mean, the Russians I don't think are strong enough. The French definitely could be. Well, they don't want to take the risk, I guess. Russian boys firing away at these Frenchmen. Yeah, morale is yeesh, not good. If they had an artillery piece, the Russians there, they could do a lot of damage to this morale and probably break these guys. But it's very much lost. The Alliance here, exhausted, done for, breaking. Final unit here also breaks. Not good, not good. And look at this, the French retreating now. Maybe they're gonna see if the Russians will come up this hill and fight them. This hill is just gonna be where the fight is decided, I think, a little bit. What is going on back here? Another Russian cavalry unit that's just in behind. Did that just route something else? I don't know. I think these guys have been routing for a little while. It's just Russian cav that they need to be careful of. That is just in the back lines. In loads of different places. And you can see the French setting up a lot of squares. They've actually got Eugene ready in a square of conscripts of the guard. Which is protected. They are like, you are not sneaking up on him this time. Unlike our other general. It's crazy. Russia looks like he's pushed forward a little bit. He's kind of come back across here. trying to support. I don't know what this unit here is doing. This Russian unit. I don't know what its aim is. They just thought it was... Maybe they just thought it was looking the right way. Who knows? Got like militia here though supporting. Like I said, the Russian infantry is very much varied in quality today. I mean, this is not good from the French. They're definitely probably getting friendly fire on themselves. Like, they need to be careful. Yeah, they are for sure. This line infantry here is just breaking. But it's probably going to break because it's getting shot by other Frenchmen. I know they're Germans. Doesn't mean you deserve to shoot them, France. I mean, same here. Imagine this unit here is shooting, like, this 4E here is definitely the 16th E. What is going on? I do not know. The French are in a bit of a confusing formation here. And it's certainly helping the Russians out. Some line infantry returning here. Good to see. But I mean, it's very low on morale, and the Russian cav somewhere in behind could definitely deal with it. Got some French grenadiers. They're starting to turn. Well, not French grenadiers. Italian grenadiers. They're turning and preparing. I mean, they could go in for a charge on this Russian unit for sure. Are you about to see it? But no, they're running. Here we go. Into the flank of the Russians, they will charge. And they break them so easily. Are we about to see another French push across the river here? Again in the back lines, Russians doing a good damage to what? Oh, chasseurs. Nothing exciting then. We're still doing damage back there. France is still pushing across over here. And they're going to take so many losses. They're pushing up really close. Again, need to be careful of friendly fire. Oh, it's brutal. The volleys coming in, hitting these guys. And they don't look like they're bayonet charging. They're just getting really close. They're getting hit hard by volleys here. What is France doing? Breaking instantly there. And then this unit also will break pretty soon. There you go. That's gone. Massive waste there by France. Just losing 2 infantry units for nothing. Don't know what's going on now. Yeah, some solid infantry here that just kind of getting wasted. And what is France doing? Losing this flank. It's just losing the initiative a little bit. We're about to see a push on their side as well. Eugene maybe getting a bit sick of waiting and getting pounded. Now getting ready to push across. They can certainly give it a good go. This force is becoming less and less impressive as more and more units are getting scattered about just to protect from cavalry. And we've got even like Italian units coming over this side because Eugene's sending over a lot of troops here. Grenadiers of the Royal Guard. Because they're losing here. Ney's throwing this away. And because of that, Eugene's having to send over precious troops that he needs for the center. Help on this side. These Russian serfs, they're now breaking, but they've done their country proud. Hundreds died. For what? Maybe nothing. Yeah, it seems like the French are going to be in a real rough position here soon. I mean, unless this infantry can get over here soon and support, which it looks like it should. The French are like, what happened? What happened, guys? We were all okay? And then you just did some silly little charges and formations. Like, still here as well. I mean, actually, they look like they are sort of firing, like, side on. Very bizarre formation they went for here. I mean, this one as well. Like, what is this formation? You're forming a very long column. You want as many men to fire as possible. The line battle now takes place here. Russia has made another go across the river here. Really, I don't think they have the numbers, but here they are. They've got to throw every infantry unit they have, like literally every single one. There's another one down here that needs moving. You could also bring the guns up if you wanted to. Certainly this small gun unit, bring it up, and you could have it like form up here and maybe try and help shoot and support the infantry. It's worth a go. Got Eugene, he's moving forward. The conscripts guard back here still. There's a lot of like infantry just scattered about for Eugene. This line fight not looking good over here now. France, you need to just accept it's over. You've lost your general name. It's all over for you. It's going to be down to the Italians. Down to Eugene. The stepson of Napoleon. Did a good job actually in the Napoleonic Wars at Eugene. He was actually, you know what, in the Russian campaign kind of distinguished himself a little bit. Certainly in the retreat, did a very good job. But yeah, here we go. France looks like he's pushed back the Russians once again. I mean, this is just not going well for the Russians at all. Why they tried again? Must be their third attempt. Don't know why they did that. Should wait for the French to come across, then use your infantry, artillery, and cannons maybe. Use all of them to your advantage. The French Imperial banner flies high, cries "Vive l'Empereur!" Still go up. A long, long Russian line of retreating men here. Retreating one by one, as you do. General here coming under fire. It seems he's now retreating. He is a little close to the front line, but that's where you should be as a Napoleonic general, at the front, doing your bit.
Our men are running, sir.
How are they doing over here? Seems like more men were running, from what I heard. I don't know if that's... Don't know if it was over here. Eugene looks like he set up another line. The Grenadiers of the Royal Guard, Grenadiers, Italian Grenadiers. Yeah, just like then a lot of like light infantry and a bit of line infantry. But yeah, they look evenly matched for against the Russians. This is all the Russians have left on this flank. I'll be a little bit disappointed. I was expecting like another cavalry unit or another artillery unit. Maybe they threw more over here. I don't know.
But I hope you guys are enjoying the Napoleonic action. It's certainly been an interesting one. And a very it's been a very close and cagey fight today. No one really making too many big risks. I mean, I guess the biggest risk is when you cross this river and like getting hit by like just the sheer number of guns. I mean, the Russians right now have got a really good position on these Italian line infantry. But yeah, no, it's been quite a cagey fight. I think both sides not wanting to risk too much. And you can see now the Russians, they're not wanting to hold this this point anymore. They're going to retreat to this house, maybe? I don't know. But they don't want to fight all these new, fresh Italian units at the same river crossing. Very bizarre, but fair enough. Maybe they have a new plan, a new position. Yeah, let's see if we can get a nice little volley off here with this artillery. It's not really aimed at what it's supposed to be aimed at, but maybe it is. Maybe it's shooting at that that light infantry all the way back there, or light infantry. I don't know. No, they are definitely turning to fire over here. And looks like grenadiers, maybe? Or Velite cavaliers. Yeah, that was good shots into this light infantry, breaking that. Yeah, these Velite grenadiers of the guard definitely probably are the next target. Yeah, with the artillery here, Russia really is an advantage. And they really need it with the numbers. Like, I mean, France definitely has the numbers, but France also has to make, on this side, has to make the risky decision to cross if he wants to come and get the rest of the Russians. The Italian uniforms look really nice. They just look gorgeous. Gotta love some musket volleys. They are just so satisfying to just listen and watch. Yeah, Russians really falling back now with their infantry. They're just letting their artillery engage, almost. I mean, look at the size of this artillery position here. It's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guns. Incredible. Probably routing so much infantry here. And it looks like France is not interested in crossing here. They are not interested. They're like, you know what, Russia? Just, you can have your side of the river. We'll have our side. And Russia seems quite happy to just hold here. Seems like the fighting will be decided over here by this this river. At the moment, also, just to let you know, France will win on LOC because they do have the 1 point house here that they now control with their sappers. I don't know why they didn't just take control of this 4-pointer back here, but each their own. Oh, we have Russian cav in behind, and they've got to Eugene. How did they let this happen, France?
Our men are running.
They've got in, they've got to Eugene. Can they get the guns as well? These 6-pounders here are very vulnerable. And it doesn't seem like France has realized. And there you go, General dead. And he's got to get in, he's going to rout this gun. I mean, he's sending back infantry. It looks like they maybe deal with it, but I mean, they're just marching really slowly. Don't know what they're planning on doing here. They're going to go into this unit now. Conscripts of the guard are here. I mean, they're not. They could form square. They're not. I mean, the cavalry's probably tired. Surely, I would have thought they would not be that effective, but who knows? Got Italian Legate here firing, putting their best shots into the cavalry. And they should rout. Yeah, those hussars have been routed, but they've done their job. They took out that general. Now France is generalless. Massive problem there for the French. It's still another Russian cav unit all the way back here. Like, the Russians doing well to preserve their cavalry. Got another just cheeky one little here. Could go in and take out anything really. I mean, his infantry here is possible to take out. Grenadiers the line. I think the only one that's safe is possibly the Grenadiers of the guard. Yeah, and they're clearing off. Looks like they're going to go across one of these river crossings over here. Maybe get a little bit of a flank going on. It's bold to do, especially with the cavalry nearby. But there you go. France managed to get a unit across here. Got some basic line infantry from the Italians. They're now across the river. I presume they came around somewhere over here. But France pushing across now, and they are taking the fight to the Russians. They realize, I think, finally that the Russians don't have the numbers to hold them on all flanks. It looks like they're going to go for these guns, as they should probably. And these Voltigeurs are tired. They're going to take a long, long time to get there. Running. Get up a volley, boys. fire canister. Why are you just sitting around? There's multiple gas coming for you. Fire! Oh, they're not firing. A real shame. And the French, they've actually will be routed. That's hilarious. They charged as well. These Russian guns hold their ground. Got the Velites of the Velite gun and it is the guard now coming across. They might be about to go for a charge on this infantry. Got to remember though, morale is not good for the French. They just routed that unit there. The artillery clutching up here, getting some good volleys in. And look at that, Velites of the guard also broken. What is France doing? He's just throwing away any chance of victory. I mean, they need to be careful. Lots of units on low morale now. This is a big, big loss here for the French. If they can rout a few more units with their like artillery here, even better. Looks like they're gonna reform up here, which is still really close to where the artillery is. And again, they've got it kind of like not. They're like got units in front of their light infantry that are still like not broken. So they can get friendly fire. It's gonna be horrendous. Yeah, look at that routing that light infantry. They just shot back on. It's a very Russian thing to do. Shoot your own men in the back. You can hear a fight going on somewhere. Oh, it's the Russians here. They charged the French light infantry, broke it. Yeah, really. I mean, the French made a massive mistake here. I mean, actually, the Russians need to be careful as well. Their artillery here is very much primed to just fire straight through a hole in the infantry here. It looks like maybe their artillery crew. No, they're still there. Yeah, they need to be careful. But the other artillery piece all the way back here is probably putting holes into this line infantry. Still on this side, the French have just probably heard about the disaster that's happened on that far side, trying to cross forward there, and they're like, God damn it, start firing, boys, we've got work to do. And yet, the Russians come forward. They know that they have the battle in their hands at the moment. It's theirs to win now, and it's also theirs to lose. I mean, really, the Russians should just put a unit into this LOC back here. Then they can hold it and capture it. Then they're drawing. I mean, surely this one also is available. So really, they should just put a unit in here as well. Capture these both, and then they win on LOC points. Even if there's undecided who wins. Yeah, artillery-wise, I mean, they are shelling. I mean, a lot of these units on orange could go down to red. They're not getting back up to green. That's the thing. Like, they're seeing their troops, like, their friends rout, which is not helping with morale. But, yeah, the sneaky little French force here. We've got the Grenadiers, the Guard, and, like, a little light infantry or light infantry unit here. They're flanking around. I'm sure the Russians are very much aware of them. Just haven't decided to deal with them yet. I mean, you don't have to necessarily. The Russian cav is back here somewhere. You've got to remember, there's Russian cav still, like, little Hussarian just lingering around, and none of these units can form square. So, like, if the Russians engage these guys and a rear charge from the cavalry comes, that flank can say goodbye. However small the cavalry unit is, it's always a risk. Yeah, nothing really too much going on at the moment, so I'm going to fast forward just a little bit. And we'll see if anything takes place, because, yeah, both sides kind of just, well, not like just tiring out a little bit is probably what I'd say. They're running out of ideas and running out of men, more crucially. Both sides are like thinking, well, this next push could be our last. And the French are pushing back forward here. Velite Grenadiers to the Guard. Give him a volley, boys. He's in your pristine white uniforms. Oh, glorious. And look at this. The French coming forward again. They're kind of blobbing up a little bit. And they, oh, yep, there you go. Breaking already. Those conscripts, the Guard gone, showing their true colors as true conscripts. Over here, though, this is a real problem. I mean, the Russians just have let the French get in behind. And the French, yeah, these Grenadiers of the Guard, they're rushing for the building here. They're going to actually rush for this building. That is just bizarre that they've just allowed them to do that. So it seems like the Russians are not interested in taking buildings. They want to wipe out the French. The Russians now are the ones... Now the Russians are the ones shooting their own artillery. I mean, they're not really firing, so fair enough, kill them, but it's still a bit brutal. Oh, and the the Russian general here, sorry, has gone in against the Grenadiers of the Guard. He's going to try, and he's broken. He's going to try and slow them down. What a risk that was, and it did not pay off. I mean, it looks like the French and the Russians are going to try and get in there at the same time. They're just not interested in fighting the French here. I could cost them. The Russians here could get chased off and killed. Enemy general is dead. I imagine that is the one over here. Yep. He has just died. And now they hold this building. And the Russians are going to come in and try and take it from them. If they hadn't lost a general, I'd say that the Russians would win that fight.
Our men are running, sir.
Look at that. They've broken in there. Eugene lost his troops. The French are pushed across here. And the cavalry came in behind and mopped them up. So that's a real loss there. If they can take this building, which they should be able to with the amount of infantry they have here, then they should be able to win this fight. Like the Russians have beaten the French just about. The French desperately trying to just push back across.
Our men are running, sir.
Being routed there as Eugene is just taking... They're just taking a, like, artillery fire before they even get even into, like, musket range sometimes. And they just rout. These guys are just tired. They've had too much fighting. They've just done too much. It's too much for them. And the Grenadiers are in there fighting somewhere. They're actually fighting, I think, outside the building. Yeah, there's more of them outside the building than there is anywhere else. They're still trying to get inside. Poor guys.
The men are fatigued,
and there you go. I think
they've...
Oh, I thought they'd be maybe beat them out, but I'm not sure. I think they've... No, I think they're... I don't know. Oh, they have lost the building. There you go. The Grenadiers have been kicked out. They've been routed. And there's only a mere little French infantry unit here that's... or Italian infantry unit that's here that is alive. So currently... The Russians are drawing on like houses held. I mean, if the Russians literally just put a unit into this house, they win. But I'd say they're going to win anyway. They've got no generals left. They've not really got much in the way of infantry left. And there you go. It is a draw, apparently, but I would say that that was a victory for the Russians if they were given like a little bit more time. But this was sent in by Dark Monkey. He was playing as Eugene's call here, bringing nearly 3,000 men, getting 1,000 kills. A really rough game for him. I really thought he'd get more kills, to be honest. And his ally, Boreat, playing as Ney's call, getting just shy of 800 kills. A really rough game for him as well. Ney's call is pretty solid most games. But Shadow Sphere here and Snake Pliskin doing very, very well. Shadow Sphere here getting nearly 1,400 kills. Did a very good job. We'll quickly have a look at Dark Monkey's kills. His Grenadiers doing the best, getting 93 kills, 86 for his like Grenadiers of the Guard. But yeah, nothing really that too impressive. Nothing over 100 kills here today, sadly. But there you go, guys. That is today's battle. If you did enjoy, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new on here, and a comment to show support. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.